finally being able to do a playoff win, Astralis, a match on a stage that's a victory, so elusive. And yet that's the question now. Can they do it in back-to-back days? Well, they'll take their time here in the pistol. Starting Inferno on the T side, obviously, sat back behind the half wall. And Xerxia, this is going to be the talking point. I think Dust bringing up his statistics is so key. He was statistically the biggest fall off from group stage to playoffs throughout 2024. It's a big day for him to prove that they can do this without Shuhei.
Interesting moment, actually, because no sound made all of a sudden after they swing the half wall, and the nades come through. Astralis nades.
Never has a chance to fire back. Brolin will. He's hanging on for a bit, but Cadian goes deep. Too deep. Spinks ready to hold back on Coffin. This compromises a site, so they need to try to fight him. Great trade out of Jabby. Highest performing player for Astralis at the event.
Wait a second, they can leave. Out. They can get out of here. There's still a smoke in CT spawn. The CTs will have to respect the fact that there could be a T waiting around, and they will not have audio.
Device doesn't take a forward angle, so he doesn't actually have vision as to where or if this CT is actually out. What he will eventually hear is this sprinting player behind him.
This is such a good spot to play.
It still leaves Torzi an unknown entity to the post plan, but look what it could net him. Jimpat's gonna get tapped out. That is beautiful patience from Device.
Gotta be the best spot you could play in that situation. Torzi now 1-on-2.
He's gonna use this as his chance to come back. The one downside is that Torzi has this ability to run into the site, but where the hell's the second? Astralis rocked that boat back from a B site into A, and they never showed anybody in the 2v2 where they were standing. Sure, you get tapped out as you run for it, but this is Astralis with a pistol round win.
If you watched every game before yesterday, you might not have high expectations for Astralis, but when they beat the MongolZ, you could say that MongolZ didn't show up.
We get this 1-versus-1 duel going down on Banana, a little utility each way, both players kind of creating a ruse. Ooh, what? USP, okay. No second from the USP, but a perfect tethering from Spinks. And if this is going to make Astralis think that he's the last guy, oh god, they're wrong. There are more layers to this defense, and Astralis are running into this. Now, a molly on Torzi, he fights within this. Brolin's out with the pistol, he's been spotted, but it won't stop him. It's a double kill from default. Bomb down, Device. Oh, just with the 6 bullets left in that magazine, it's enough to get the kill and to go for this plant. Now, there's only 5 in that AK.
And Device not seeing anybody pushing as the smoke comes up means that he's nervous about the right thing.
Can't afford to miss. 5 bullets, I'll repeat it.
Whoa!
All he needs to hold back MOUZ, who, it has to be said, positioned near perfectly.
Spending that money like ammo. Absolutely beautiful budgeting.
Good for MOUZ's sake that they keep that round costly. It'll keep them low if Astralis aren't able to win this, but Stair comes out, instant entry. Opera can't clip the player falling. He does get support from Spinks, and Torzi, beautiful, just draws them in, right? Doesn't rush it, takes his time, and he snaps onto the second to boot. Down you go off, Van, and it's a total stoppage out of MOUZ's first gun round.
Wow, they crushed it. It's a bit of a mistake for sure from Astralis not going around the big pit. That really...
Quiet approach. No challenge has been offered up by MOUZ, barring that one frag grenade, and that was early days, so 45 seconds. Ooh, little headbutt from Brolin. That's gonna work. Yeah, give him a little room to work around this. Check it out. He's gonna come challenging around the side. He can't just stare, but that's the thing. It draws him into the action. Device ends up getting the double kill. So great recovery from Device. Near lineup out of Spinks.
The lurk here from Yabby.
It's him versus Torzi, still both over on A.
Torzi knows that he's around here, but Yabby looks like he's outsmarted him a little bit, and there's time pressure. Torzi has to join the fight.
Let's see if Jabby's able to blindside him or whether the CTs get the retake going first. Jabby taking his sweet time.
They missed a molly.
No way.
That's round done, unless...
He's turned. You've now at least got Jabby occupied. Jimmy's going to go down to the site hold. Down goes the flank as well. And you know where Spinks was this whole time.
The best part about this lurk is
they actually let their guard off. And so he's going to keep the pressure up. There's no time to defuse this. Everybody settle down. But it's still cost effective, and excellence out of this flank from Jabby, surviving even on 4 health.
Wow.
Yeah, just peeping over from the neighbor's place. Waiting for somebody to walk it up, and sure enough, it almost catches him fully. Nice!
No!
Spinks swings
That's
in,
insane.
double kill. What a reaction to just snap over to Stair.
Yeah.
Now the bomb is still incoming, but what they don't know is Torzi's crossed over into the cubby. But he's on 2 HP, so you wouldn't blame him if he doesn't peek. He will. Still, loses the duel. Missed shot. Critically missed shot. Because that could have been Brolin dead, and instead it's going to send down for the save.
There is a world where he runs to the other side. It's totally open, but like, yeah, the time is now completely gone. So Stair will, Sound, excuse me, will at least save the op.
The gap is Cadian underperforming in contrast to Brolin. Now Brolin, compared to recent events, this is slower, but obviously he is the IGL now. Spinks has replicated what Brolin did.
Oh,
Device straight up gonna find an opening kill through the smoke he pushes. Massive risk to run when you are playing the solo op. And the beauty of Astralis, well, you've got a second guy who can op.
Yeah, and you brought up Cadian just now. He's got more HP. Bogdan is smiling somewhere. And yeah, he is close enough now to make some noise.
All good. Torzi's going to hold this back.
Oh, he got by.
Kind of frazzles Torzi a little bit because you know that Tech9's gunning for you, but it can
Now
also
Torzi
allow
can.
the MOUZ players, they should be able to just focus on Banana, but here we go. It's a fast run in. And all of a sudden, this site's completely cleared, just like that.
Yeah, and there's no way to rotate. There's no way to rotate. There's no round here for Jimfat. He's 1v4. Astralis crushed this one. That's the economy gone for MOUZ.
Oh, what a great round, dude. You could feel them just slowly creeping ever closer, and then that pounce.
It's down save in the op last round. That allowed them to get this in the first place.
Finally, a chance for MOUZ to all have rifles across the board with grenades. Nice frag down mid. Down goes Device, dropped by 50 HP. Cadian's looking to pounce. Mac-10's got the opening.
Great
It's
flash.
a man advantage for Astralis at a minute 35.
Every tactic is working.
There's no denying that they've had that. Tactics and strategies for Astralis so far in this half.
Yes. I think Dust also brought up, or Pimp brought up opening duels, just how key that is because of 4v5 percentages. Well, Astralis have been coming up in spades.
Utility over the top. Torzi trying to set up Jimmy, who's next to him. Both players on short side. Smoke won't mean much. Stair doesn't let his guard down.
Oh, Jimmy took a little too much time to peek, and it's not as skinny as he thinks.
Now, who threw that? You know, I want to talk about the analysts and what they brought up. Dustin highlighting that Stair's entry fragging has been superb. Well, there's a great example of it, getting past that two-man risk on a single side of A site. 7-2, near confirmed. And Jabby, easy. Jabby dead, but the trades come out. Brolin's all good to try to go ahead and save. Astralis can definitely go for the hunt. They've got a bit of extra cash.
He'll be in a retake spot.
He's got Xerxin with him, who has an incendiary in hand, ready to drop that. And he, well, throws out the smoke first. So with the smoke grenade down at 35 seconds.
I mean, they have top bracket control at the same time. Astralis know they have him on the ropes.
They put that frag grenade, try to give him vision. You're going to tiptoe your way in towards he takes it.
They have options.
Jabby's able to at least wrap over into arch side, so now suddenly we're going to get this 2 versus 3 inside A site. You've got that pit player waiting for the Jabby contact.
Time is a
Utility
problem.
thrown out. That's going to tell him where he's at. You've got a player still hiding sight. Critical pickup here from Spinks. Clock is going to be important. 7 seconds.
Oh, he can't find him?
Spams off.
No,
no bomb plant, so
okay.
you've cleared it. In the final few bullets of that spray, MOUZ find a lifeline.
Wow. All right. Torzi hits his op shot. They go to A with not enough time left over. They make it hard for themselves.
And it's got to be said as well, in stark contrast to what Xerxin was able to do versus MongolZ, this is unfortunately the playoff Xerxin that 2024 featured all too often. Cadian able to get up through brackets with a well-timed flash. That took Torzi off his angle, led Spinks to be just feasted on. And a challenge around towards Arch in a moment. It's going to be pressure on Jimmy. He's got a teammate to work with. Xerxin looks to come out through smoke. He kills Cadian at least, and Torzi's able to hold. Good flash, Stound's blind. And Xerxin with this defense takes man advantage. Doesn't mean the round comes with it. They're going to smoke off the support.
ISO Torzi.
Quarter health on an upper back sight. Both players missed their first shot.
Oh,
he nades himself. And Jabby's able to just jump down on top of him. Xerxin's already got 2 kills in this round.
Wait a
and
second.
He gives himself a good smoke to try to work in. 3rd kill. And as he hunts that back sight, it's just Jabby left.
Oh!
That's the Xerxin we need.
All right. You called on him, and they needed him. The 1v2 clutch on the A site. Could have been pressed out to stop that bomb plan in the first place. Very well done here from Xerxin.
Now looking at a MOUZ who's recovered some, so we switch over. That's where the half ends. Oh, right to it.
There's a push down. Oh.
Stare and Stound, both of them up inside of balcony.
Whoa! I mean, okay, Allen Iverson, what is that fade away? He can barely see a thing.
Just bends the bullet around the edge, and it's a 5 versus 3 looking comfortable for Astralis. Stare looks to disengage.
Getting out of there is a good plan.
Yeah, Torji on the chase, bomb carrier behind him. Third and last other player for MOUZ is gonna have his hands full, if that's even when the corner player peaks, but not needed. Jabby. It has been nothing but clean USP executions, and that doesn't look like it's going to stop.
Wow.
Rock solid defense from the Danes in the pistol.
And we're seeing quality ideas on each pistol. It was the nades to kill Xerxin over on B, on the T side. And so look at the bit of map control right now. MOUZ are going to try to disrespect this quickly. Looks like a great idea.
Jabby gets chipped away at, but he's certainly not the only player tagged up in this round. 35 health for Xerxin, and Brolin's not going to make their approach any easier.
This is a win for MOUZ. They get, you know, well, the thing is, there's still only one over on the B site.
Easy cleanup for Katie, and he's just confident enough to peek off of that stare flash. And unfortunately, Spinks was just a bit ahead of this pack. Device also gets a chance to come in assisted. Along the front walls, Cadian. And that MP9's looking good in his hands tonight. Jimmy, 2 kills to his name, 15 rounds into regulation. That is not the Jimmy you know and love. Struggling here on the stage in Cluj. And just looking to walk away, but already surrounded. Astralis will take 11 with a statement.
I was thinking that was a small win for MOUZ because of the map control, but if you look at it actually.
An Acadian who's having fun, that's a dangerous business. Device, why would you be nervous?
Oh, yeah, he gets one.
Oh, Acadian even.
Oh, this one's for 12.
It's just an off-peaking down mid.
I mean, it's a mid control that's paying off.
Dude, this
Why didn't
round,
MOUZ do that?
With all of that challenge, nets them 3 kills, just catching them at the top of ramp. 1 round ago, it's all the frag grenades. You had 2 players at less than 50 health,
also,
same position.
Are they running down mid? No, they're peeking from safe positions. They're just using the beginning of the round more effectively here.
He was calling, but he wasn't farming. Not like this. 14 frags. Right up there with Device at the moment.
Wait, if they're not going to save at 15 seconds, at least the site is open, but they're coming in with no flashes?
Easy trade frag, and that's going to take
10 seconds left.
All the steam out of it. He doesn't even have the bomb yet. Spinks has got to walk out for it. He could have, but now you can't. You're done. You're toast. Lucky not to die after time. I mean, that... Tell me MOUZ haven't fizzled out. Astralis came in with this Inferno pick, and we can see why. Frag grenade primes the peak. Jabby, it's a singular kill and an instant fallback from the 2 other B-site defenders. And if they really want to get wild, they could keep that pressure up. I mean, there's an off chance that MOUZ disengage and start to head a different direction. The problem is Brolin actually stuck around, and he's so little health. That's a great headshot, and on top of it, an extra bit of damage. And the CT doesn't know if it's just this 1 player left.
Yeah.
This is rocking the boat to B, and it's opening a door for MOUZ over on A to get this T side back online.
I mean, yeah, Stare's already in the back of the site waiting. I mean, yes, at this moment, MOUZ are taking their time to gear up for this A attack, but Astralis don't look like they have any plans to leave. And if they want to take all the time to push the top of Banana, then things get a little weird for MOUZ, but they're moving with time.
Yeah.
Stare, surely he just gets one and dies.
Somebody's going to trade, and that's if it's even needed, but it's just going to be Spinks on high alert as everybody started to clear out pit. That's a good job by Brolin to not be afraid when sitting on 30 health to at least take some kind of a look at the B site and peel a player off. Even better. Smoke in the middle, frag on top of him. Stuns him for a second as they try to approach Banana. Jabby's going to have a moment through the fire.
Oh,
Brolin,
that's another entry.
just sprinting through the frag and the flames.
Somehow pulled that off, even on his HP.
Wow.
And again, it's the quick adjustments. And in the past couple of rounds, it's been an overcorrection to try to get over B.
Would have loved for that to have real connected, but it's just a bit of chip damage on the 2.
And
rotations coming over. Astralis going to try to stack this before the full-blown execute comes out. And honestly, the timing here looks like it could still come up Astralis. You've got Device in the front, Brolin dead. And already that bomb starts to run away at 30 seconds. So now the question will remain, can Astralis rock back a second time?
Yeah, this is a good move.
Inside of this A site, we do have Stare just locked into his corner.
Jimmy's the key. He's only got 3 kills.
And right now, Jimmy over on Arch side, he's waiting for some kind of a rotate. Oh, big pickup from Spinks, and then out from the corner, but the bomb goes flying. That bomb went soaring into the middle of the site. It gets picked up just in time. Cadian 1v2 queued up. Smoke's gonna cover Jimmy on the follow-up, and then that frag forces him back. Cadian catching his breath for a second.
Oh, if he thinks it's pit, I mean, how are you gonna get back into this? Going for the long round here. This is crazy.
Smoke grenade that was on Moto has now faded out. Oh, Cadian, do you think you can get this? Because he's going to have to somehow scoop up a kit while he does it. Bombs past the halfway point. Oh. No chance. Whew. There's Jimmy's 4th frag of the map. Oh, and it's a big entry moment from Spinks as he clips the wings of the guy over in Library.
Yeah, killing the site player on 20 HP. But Astralis, I mean, this is the map that Astralis were creating versus MOUZ. Astralis have let off the gas pedal when it comes to aggressive map control. They're losing Banana, and this kill now, Jimmy's 5th.
That's what he needs. Takes over Apartment's control. Stare not going to be able to have that as an anchor. We've got separated 2v2s. Cadian, everybody dies inside this A site with nothing to show for it. You have given MOUZ enough runway for them to have upticks in performance. Even Jimmy getting online. But it has to be noted, Spinks towering at the top of that scoreboard for the MOUZ side, and Brolin's able to slip up to just try to keep all this money low, because the money's been flowing still for Astralis, but if Device can't hang on to this AWP, then we are looking at a MOUZ 4 rounds from overtime, and an Astralis that economically is wobbly.
Again, echoing the desk, talking about the opening kills.
He's done.
It's basically been all about the T side. Op goes down, 4-round game here for MOUZ. They're starting to wake up.
Sershin trying to get his impact in this map. It's a late start to the game like everybody else, but quick crossover to the sandbags. Jabby has taken a ton of damage to get this position. He is supported, of course, by another 2. It's down with the bank nade. It's chipping away at Sershin to try to even out this gunfight, but he actually peels off away from it.
It's the first time they've actually won it, and they keep eyes with Device. Sershin takes some utility damage as he falls back. Device up to the plate.
He's going to let the first 2 cross over towards Arch. This rotation's going to be on high alert. We've got both Oppers holding this angle. Cadian turns.
Oh, he runs through the molly.
Gets him. Then Stare doubles back. Can't hit the shot. MOUZ have control. MOUZ have this site under wraps. Just as Device has to turn to deal with a completely vacant Arch, that's when Torji walks up middle and wins the op duel.
I think he also ran through, he has taken no damage, but there was a piece of utility that came down a bracket. I thought it was a molly. Maybe he was just in front of it. But that's the play that needed to be made. That was the best start to the round for Astralis so far. They got banana control, they got utility damage, but no kills.
What a nice fast move though from MOUZ. Yes, okay, Astralis got banana. It's why we see MOUZ rock back, but they didn't waste a moment. And they found a gap on that A site in Arch side, right? If there's anybody in Library a little earlier to even spam through a smoke, then suddenly Device doesn't have to worry about Moto. But it's his caution to Moto that literally gets him killed as his counterpart tiptoes up mid.
I think there were 2 ways to interfere with this, and that was Device going wider earlier on. Device wouldn't have been worried about an op sitting in that position. And they had peaked it early, but that's all they did.
Impressive nonetheless of how this ends. 6 rounds straight for MOUZ to get to 10. And they've got first blood, but it comes at a cost. Stoun and Cadian joining forces to keep the pressure on Banana. It is a sea of smoke grenades. They can't see Jack. And yet they're still able to claw player off.
All right, now they're moving forward with these top banana protocols, and they're going to go for the fast clear. Obviously see nothing in this spot, but now it's a race to A.
And that race looks like it's going to get won by MOUZ. Device can drop his utility. He's going to try to reposition here right ahead of a hit. Got to be cautious about the apartments. That's where Jimmy's at. Jimmy gets tagged and taken down. Device concerned in all directions.
Used a lot of ammo.
We gave him praise for the big stage experience, but surely he can't hold this site alone. And that's why it's going to take Cadian to step up and hold off on Arch. And that could damn well be enough. But Device doesn't see it coming. Spinks has been shining alongside Torji. And that is both players inside A with a bomb plant. But unbeknownst to them is where Cadian's gotten off to. And so as he waits for Stound to come and join them, this is a 2v2 queued up. Now man advantage Astralis. It's got to be the clutch from Torji. And I love that he plays up inside that smoke. They're going to approach, not knowing where he's at. He peels back, gives them space, but that gives him a little time and an element of surprise. They line up. He gets out. He peels off the first. Down to 16 health. He draws the second player at him. It's a tap on top of the bomb, but Cadian's got to get the kill, and he will not. Torji drops the Hungarian Warhammer, sits them down in round 23, and this regulation goes the distance.
Oh my God. Is that a moment where there was no kit to pick up even in this spot? Backside plant. Torzi peels all the way back. Total read from him to assume that this tap won't come in. Dangerous position to play everything on the line, but it's the right move to make. Cadian can't believe it.
But I mean, it's
pieces. Again, no one in halls, and so Astralis actually have to still tie up resources.
It's pieces moving on both sides. Yes, we see a little peek down mid in a moment, but it's just Javi to throw a flash for Cadian. That is the core of this B-site defense. A flash thrown that he can't even capitalize on because he is blind and smoked off. And so MOUZ have earned a position inside this bomb site. And the retake utility, well, I'll say it, it looks still good enough. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 retake for overtime. That is what MOUZ fight for. 7 rounds straight and an 8th needed. All they have is that flash, so you know it's going to be guns in the hands of MOUZ. And here it comes, grenades first. Xerxan leaning back on Nubox. He's weakened down to half health. Jimmy's got a double. It has been so quiet from him. Cadian, the only player to get anything going. MOUZ fight valiantly. 8 rounds of a comeback.
1 foot in front of the other, and MOUZ have made it all the way to overtime.
For this now led by Brolin MOUZ.
I'll give it up. That was a great call over on B.
Fast one. No time to stop tempo. Straight to Banana. Into the gunfight. Cadian's first. Brolin's going to chase it down, and he's got them right there on the edge. Now, he was just an inch away from a second, but the third player steps forth, and that will cost him a double casualty at the expense of Astralis. Brolin wants more. And as he smokes off that CT cross, he has them playing a guessing game, and guess who's not missing?
Okay.
Torzi just empties out this bomb site. Stair's not going to get contact as he opens up smoke. Would have loved to catch them off guard. It's a full-blown hit with a full-blown MOUZ. And I can't believe it, but this is MOUZ to take a lead.
Wow, this is the biggest chance for Astralis in overtime where you just need the 1 round. Yeah. It's a great time to do it.
Nice one from Cadian to start it. Xerxan could have had vision, but we've got Javi to press out. Oh, fight on the smokes. Both players coming through smoke at the same near time. Frag? No.
Goes too far.
Off the mark. They're going to go for a boost instead. You've got all of MOUZ knocking on this B site. Not even a chance for Cadian to reposition without getting blind. That's a big pickup. Collateral. And as Cadian tries to go back, Spinks is bested. Stound. He's going to lock this in. Astralis using Cadian and Stound from backside. I'll say caught by the timing of the execution, and still they're able to succeed.
Here it is. Astralis finally get their rounds after 8 in a row from MOUZ.
Oh, there it is. Utility to a T.
It's another situation where winning saves everything. You know, even if you let the comeback take place, you won't be bitter if you closed. They've looked death in the eyes here at Astralis in this game. And you can see it on Jabby's face. Now they know they have to do it the hard way. But if they do, they'll at least win some confidence back.
Sitting here with 8 volt.
Oh, all right.
That internal timing to a T.
You see what 1 kill does as a difference? Jabby's sitting out here at a minute. When's the last time they did that on B?
Device would have just seen a shadow, so they're going to be careful about a bracket's presence, but that's fine. He's supported. Balcony's being held. In fact, they're dropping utility now, Astralis. At the 50-second mark in a 5 versus 3, you have no excuse to lose this. And you'd think Device hits this shot every day of the week. They're going to come at him. He can see that util coming out from over top.
Perfect
He
dodge.
will bring one down, right? That's really all he has to do. You've got an additional defense layered up. A little awkward. Stair falls. Cadian slides out with the second dot, 5-7 in hand. Torzi's going to try to get him and will. This is a 1 versus 3 with a single kill found. Stound can try to keep the pressure up. He's going to come through that smoke. And now Torzi knows it. A second. No way he's able to get a second clutch.
That's a massive risk from Stound.
Smoke back over to the Moto side. Doesn't know which end. Which end of this bomb site does the retake come in? He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. And as he holds the timing, when's it going to come? Jabby's out there taking his sweet time. And now he's making sound.
No!
And Torzi drops the ball.
After all that time, he seems so confident right there. It was lane, but Yabby somehow found a way to be patient in a moment where there was nothing left to look at.
They swap over. 16 for the win. Sertian first blood.
What?
Oh, that's so smooth.
Woo, what is that move?
Talk about slick. Well, the fallback not so clean.
Job's done. Okay,
Right?
2 players left.
Is it though? Is it? Device and Stare could get this man advantage attack into the B site.
They do just want to go through this.
Right?
I think they have a feeling there's only one person here for now.
Thing is, Torji gets in position fast enough, doesn't actually open the smoke up. Flashbang should flying them on the approach. Brolin's been found out. They're going to try to close that distance. Brolin's trying to serve up a distraction while this boost comes forward. Stare's going to kill the player back site, and then he gets into cover. Now he knows there's got to be 2 more on this cross. He's got so much time. But that flank up from Banana, he reads it, and he's not able to get the spray down.
Right.
It's a MOUZ that swarms and ties the game at 14-all.
Man, who's better in the chaos than Xertian in moments like that?
And Jimmy slides up, surviving on 14 health. Anybody's map. Now it's smoke popped open bottom. Banana. Device is going to capitalize on that one. Can they even escape? Device trying to keep the pressure up. Frags come back at him. Oh! Spinks is here.
Well handled.
This is an aggressive stance from MOUZ, and you know what? That is what we didn't get in regulation at all. We switched sides, Astralis to the defense, and we saw what it should look like. You can't tell me that MOUZ haven't been inspired by that when they finally get back to the defensive half of overtime.
No, absolutely.
They have signed up for these fights, but just because you sign up doesn't mean you win. Bomb dropped. Jimpat gets that bomb drop short. 2 critical kills that, yes, could have opened up that rotation. Bomb gets stuck in a little bit too far forward. Both of them, same line. Jabby, this would have to be a miracle. This would have to be so sharp, but it's just too much of an ask. And now Jimpat has almost recovered his score. Do you remember when he was like 2-12?
Yes.
14-18 as MOUZ secure a lead. Dangerous game, but not bet by Resistance. Torji happy to lean this back. Oh, sitting duck.
He wanted that fight too.
Torji gonna have Cadian calling from the sideline in the final round of overtime.
The full commit does not pay off, but they do have the ability to upgrade.
Yeah, Device leans forward, extends those arms, grabs that rifle. Still enough utility to try to blanket this bomb site, but who's gonna be standing here? It's Sertian. And it's Torji in the back of that bomb site, the most clutch player for MOUZ throughout this series so far. These are the 2 highest rated players for MOUZ coming into this semifinals.
Xertian has to reload.
And so he's gonna need Torji to step it up first, and he'll do exactly that. Fresh magazine off of the coffin, and the Astralis camp down to just 2 players. A full house for the defense. Astralis hate watchers feast. 8 rounds of a regulation comeback and an overtime win for MOUZ.
A series of Christmas lights right now. Win, loss, win, loss.
Sure.
Their nuke is just great or not, and their last loss was obviously really bad.
Sertian trying to pounce first. Looking to get this going outside. He will be dropped by the garage player Stare. It's a clean triple kill. The fact he's able to get 3 kills on that entire front-running pack is one thing, but the bomb carrier gets kind of stalled out in garage. It's a good trade back, right? It's a weird one to get. You got Cadian stuck up here on the AC unit. You got Device right down. Are we going to be looking at all 10 kills coming down? Oh, right here, outer. What a weird spot for everybody to end up falling. But now Brolin, I mean, have you ever seen somebody locked in this corner? And have you ever seen anybody fight their way out? Because catching Cadian up top is one thing, but you've got Device on the prowl, and we don't know where he's at. Look at that reposition.
Can't find him.
Huh? How sneaky that is. Well highlighted. Chev gets the man out and hiding behind the staircase.
It's good info gathered. Xertion keeps coming forward.
These are just MP9s at a bit of a further distance. You give the edge to Xertion, but he does get softened up to 59 health on the crossover. All the while, of course, we are setting up what is a ramp hit.
Wait,
and
there's no one here.
No, the ramp defense is looking a little thin.
Wait, it's a massive gap. That
By
smoke
thin,
is so
I mean
deep.
non-existent.
Yeah.
Device is downstairs, so I suppose he's in a place to make something happen. Cadian's even being able to get out from thence. Remember that early cross damage. This could end up cutting off one half of MOUZ's lower play.
I mean, this is great from Astralis.
They're
Every
gonna push.
rotation is in place.
They're going to try to jump at him.
Okay.
That's one way to get the job done. Famas in control gets spotted. That's not ideal. Device was just trying to lean into the corner, but it is an approach from MOUZ that remains on high alert.
Opening
it's a bomb
this door.
plant, uncontested.
Yeah, opening this door is really great. It's just so hard to get down here. As much as it looks like it's open for the CTs, it's also them who have to be worried about being held from every angle.
Single side opened up. That's Jabby to find an angle. He's trying to wallbang into the feet of Brolin.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
that
not
ain't
a
pretty.
great spray.
Torji walks forward, offers up man advantage. Now we get that retake coming out from ramp in a second. It's Brolin versus the ramp player in a moment, but now this is a second time that T's are just dropping the ball. Not one kill in that post plant.
Yo.
And you know what? That's excellent upgrades. Astralis not only to the 3-0 start, but those MP9s replaced by AKs, and that's offering up a bomb plant, but coming in with a retake clean.
I think the important part about that is they were hitting shots. Every single position was accounted for MOUZ. They took all the duels in the ways they wanted to.
Jabby, I like this. Trying to join up with what we've already seen out of this same aggressive stance. Oh, Jimmy, nicely done. Snaps it for a third.
Oh, there he is.
Jimpat under pressure. Head on a swivel, swings. And he takes down a trio of Astralis players trying to take over that lobby control.
Guess it just took him half a map to warm up.
Man, we got to see that from his POV, but now only on 5 health. You think the other players from MOUZ are going to have to end this if they can. Device and Stown stepping forward. Torji ready for that one. And Stown so far removed from anything, he just looks for a fight outside. Loses his head. Xertion's getting online, and that's MOUZ's first round by way of Jimmy.
Yeah, there we go. Again. Open fording ramp. I mean, this is a spot where you can't... Oh,
sorry, Device.
Man, that's too big of a gap, my friend. Nah, that's definitely very weird.
He was so confident
Yeah.
that was clear. Has an entire team inside of the ramp room ready to go. I suppose at least
like
it's Astralis downstairs.
He ran over to Molly.
Oh yeah, he was.
Like,
he was.
wait, where's our ramp player, guys?
He had drank that Kool-Aid. Now we'll see if Cadian can secure a distraction for Jabby to try to make the most of this one.
Stown dies.
Utility in front of it. Oh, Jabby's got a chance. But it's a quick trade frag back, and on top of that, Cadian dead in the back of the bomb site.
I really want to
And we've got another freebie. So 2 free frags coming out from MOUZ, the first and the last, and a nice clean lower hit that goes well for a second terrorist round win to the MOUZ camp.
Really stressed. But for whatever reason, MOUZ found that easily.
Easy pickups. Stown won't be able to get the second, but it is immense damage for Spinks to have to deal with. Jabby just trying to keep his head down while Hut remains smoked. And we got Device in transition, but is this going to get caught out? Oh, the timing was nearly there.
Spinks is really worried about this.
He's able to climb up. Device seems to be aware of it.
Oh, he's going to miss the time, but he still has a problem here. Because if he can't get back up to heaven fast enough, then he has to respect that Spinks could have crossed already, and Spinks,
nice recovery here from Torji. I mean, we'll dissect it in a second. Right now, we've got main pressure, 45 seconds on this clock. Jabby playing behind Petrus. He gets cleared out. Instant headshot.
Jimmy!
Nothing from Stair. Jimmy just locks in.
Jimmy Neutron, man. How did he figure out that crossfire so perfectly? No one peeking from opposite vents.
This one looking more like it. So, fast move. Device ready. And we've had these ops moving places. Pimp alluded to that. This dynamic Astralis. Starting positions never too clear. But a climb down the vent. Jabby turns his back to Squeaky. Careful.
Man, Jimmy's been thinking, but okay.
Right.
He doesn't try anything fishy here.
control of the A site opens the door for the vent rotate, so Device doesn't need to panic on this one, and he's going to await this. 3 players come at him, but he starts to leave just as they get ever closer. We hit 40 seconds. Device gets down onto the staircase. Good. At least he doesn't get caught out in the open. He could pop up, and will do that. Thirds,
put on a
right
show.
There for the taking. Brolin, though, able to get the headshot back. This would be a 2v4 recovery. Back turn to Jimmy. So this is both positions known to the CTs, but what? Cadian's spinning around like he doesn't know the guy's right there. Jabby's inside of the vent, kills Brolin. And now things get really
He's gotta
weird.
go for it.
Jimmy's got to drop down into a vent versus Jabby. You'd think Jabby gets this every day of the week, and he will. Closes down on it. And good on him to drop bomb on B.
To show us that they're still alive.
Cadian and Device gonna have hands on the cannons.
Yeah.
And Xertion wasting no time. Oh, slides past the off. Now it takes a little bit of extra time versus Stown. Still gets it fast. Out from Hut at the same time. Stair's been found out. Spinks returns the favor back on that one. And we actually have Xertion dying outer. Jabby, I love this. Already starting to compromise this back line. They'll never see it coming. He waits to get close. Spinks catches him off. 1v2 left, but both these players playing with ops.
And Spinks has been super active, but now we see him in a rare 1v2 situation. Bomb in a recoverable position. 2 ops for this retake.
Easy to pick up, you'd think. Nobody holding this line. Spinks is able to cross right over and pick that up, and now the world is his oyster. What is his route?
I think, you know, he can totally take this ramp if he wants to, but it just makes it such a long round.
It's allowed for the CTs to split up.
In exchange, though, you allow them to do this. Get to new, better spots, potentially.
Can he get off the site? Does anybody give him a fight before the second player is ready? Spinks' positioning's key here. He's got that Heaven player waiting, and he's managed to get off of this. And right now, Device wary of some kind of a squeaky push, but also approaching it to
squeaky. Well, how could you assume? Spinks has taken the reverse route. Cadian up here in Heaven.
Spinks comes back outside. Is Cadian out? There he is. Contact made. Clean headshot.
Doesn't know about Device. Device starts running.
But he's got a couple flashes, and Device with that off.
He's out of there.
He's missed his first shot. Spinks dives back in. This is what they need from Spinks. Big ticket player.
Wow, he's
clutches. 1v2. Neither op able to find him. They had their shots. But this is Spinks going map to map, back to back impact.
Wow, this is so awkward. There was no gun for them to change to. Obviously, they would have loved to have a rifle.
Cadian of 2 minds, and MP9s are going to go pushing into Jimmy in a second. He better get ready. Oh, nice one from Stair. But they actually double back.
Whoa,
and
what is this spot, actually?
Yeah, right, this hasn't been seen. Device is just, what is this?
This is a crazy position. Let's see if this works out. Oh no, he's going to get spotted. Oh. And that is the double-edged sword of playing a spot like that.
Yeah, he starts asking himself, why am I on this barrel? Realizes he probably shouldn't be there, but then unfortunately gets caught in transition.
Man, why did he have to worry about, you know, ramp when he had teammates there as well?
This is a crazy wrap back around. Think about the route that not 1 or 2, the entire MOUZ team was down secret, came back through garage, now to ramp.
No smokes. No smokes.
All right.
Time is a problem.
They
can go for the Astralis plant. Cadian could dive it. Oh, he's going to find a big opportunity.
Drops an incendiary of his own. Spinks is carrying that bomb, so they're going to have Spinks with hands busy, and that's just enough time for put this bomb down. They're going to rush at him. Cadian comes out with another kill. Then all of a sudden, the meat grinder backside. Brolin's got to go big. Drops down. Can't snap it backwards. A 180 needed, but take a bow. Cadian, the only piece downstairs, just keeps that pressure up. Sure, Spinks is allowed to plant.
Don't even know how they all died right there. So Astralis, once again, they keep the lead. This one's been scrappy, back and forth.
Nice sudden burst out from Cadian to try to get Astralis not only back in the lead, but to maintain it. And it is him again to get aggressive. It's not as strong of a performance as he had back on Inferno, but it's definitely being impact felt here in the final 2 rounds of regulation. This 12-round half looking for a 7-5 lead. Cadian again into the kill feed, helps out Outer. Man advantage for Astralis. MOUZ gonna look to keep this one simple, challenging. Stare! Incredibly awkward. Torsi's gonna capitalize. Open A site. Nobody to stop this bomb plant because they've got vision deep inside of main. And they'll smoke that off to give Brolin a bit more of an option. Now he has an entire belt of utility. Another molly, another smoke.
And they have Hut left over here. CT's roaming around. They've been pretty good in these retakes for the most part.
Just refreshing the smoke on main causes a problem. They're going to try to burst it open. Brolin almost caught as he decides to go over onto second vent. That CT smoke taking away his original position. Heaven flash. Torsi remains fine in front sight to hold back on Device, who eventually has to come out. And he's going to try to charge through smoke, but it's all good. A tied half after a 4-0 start. Astralis yet to start slow. Or did MOUZ finally get one? It's smoke in hand for the door. Oh, love a P250 and a pistol.
Yeah.
That's Torsi tapped out of the round. Ooh, Sershin gets aggressive with Berettas. Compromising the lobby control is going to flush Astralis forward. Looking good for MOUZ, at least for a moment. Brolin in between a couple more. Jimmy's got one out from Heaven. There's that P250 back out of the hands of Device. Jabby trying to find impact somehow. He is swarmed, but that's still not going to stop him. 1v4 demanded of him, separated duels, player up in Heaven known to him, and now this guy behind is on a reload. They're coming at him, and that's going to be enough. 2 kills into the 1v4 cut down. MOUZ find their first pistol of this series.
That's curse broken for MOUZ, and at a terrible time here, because again, definitely will still need to think about himself as an individual.
Ooh, Sershin trying to challenge top main, actually drops an M4. Ooh, this one could be a great moment for Astralis. That's a weapon to be retrieved. They're going to try to drop down over main. Oh, Brolin's now been damaged. He'll get dropped by the Tech 9. They're going to try to gun for these rifles, and Jimmy's here to try to hold them back. Spinks has caught Jabby elsewhere. More chip damage done to the CT towards his spawn.
Oh,
They're definitely making MOUZ work for this conversion.
Yeah, it's a crazy move,
Careful,
actually.
Torsi, knife out!
Oh, he's dead.
And that is a bomb carrier in Cadian to just go sprinting down into this B site. No matter what happens from here on out, this is already a solid situation for Astralis. Stare with a Desert Eagle in the vent, so awkward.
How'd he get out?
But he is here with Cadian. Spink's gonna try to keep that pressure up, and all this does is buy time for Jimmy to come out. More damage, but the SMG is able to thrive at least for one more. Can Stare post 3 kills in this force buy.
Yeah.
Jimmy is on top of that bomb, and this is a 10-second defuse. And that 10-second defuse beyond the halfway point, you got him off. Just that one step at the base of the stairs is enough. Stare is going to be found out eventually. Jimmy comes at him, but he doesn't have time to run back to that bomb.
Yeah, he's got to get out of here.
Astralis breakthrough with the force buy.
Wow, okay, well, Astralis. Well, he's starting to leave as well, because again, they don't have info. Seeing no one outside.
Right.
But what's the sign here?
Oh
my god, the timing. Wait, bomb gets spotted.
There is a player behind you. Torsi's got a guy towards Decon.
But, wait.
The fact he's able to get out is one thing. Zershin's now going to have to play the floor.
No!
Brolin!
He was on the ladder.
Off of the ladder, gets the kill. Stare again, just stopping players in that vent, can take the bomb and go upstairs. Now that is a wild evacuation.
Oh, I was thinking they're going to take the vent upstairs, but in this spot, they had someone in the vent. And Brolin, he should have died. This guy was definitely on the ladder. We need a new icon in the kill feed for that kind of frag. For him, it's simple.
Jabby hangs on to the Heaven control, so there shouldn't be really a retake attempt thrown at this, but I mean, you're going to have Jimmy challenging Heaven soon enough, and then all of a sudden we're going to get this rifle duel, because again, it's 3 Fomises in hand. Losing the Heaven player could be critical, but yeah, MOUZ, you're not getting out now. No chance to get back at this site. Dude, Stare was down in the moat with the Crocodiles, and he still gets both kills as they emerge from that.
So, great mid-round moment for Astralis, and they get the conversion.
Stare's been a fun little X factor for Astralis so far, kind of operating on his own more often than not.
Oh, Torsi's spot with no information as they're wrapping outside definitely gets scary, but he has hit his presence really well.
Finds the garage player. A little more damage on Stare. Jimmy's here, but smoked off. But because the bomb gets stopped, Stown runs over and picks it up. You've got a player still climbing up into Heaven slowly but surely in Stare. But you've got Jimmy waiting to get the ball rolling somehow back in the favor of MOUZ. Meanwhile, players dying elsewhere. This is looking like a prime chance for Astralis to pinch down onto this A site soon. Not yet. They'll still have to cross back over it, and trying to do that, it was a great chance for the Finn. Brolin also bested.
What a shot,
And
Jabby.
these are CTs dropping with nothing to show for it. Zershin on the recovery up into Heaven denied. 4 stand tall. Astralis 10-7.
Hey, that was amazing. I mean,
careful now.
But again, the last time MOUZ didn't have the utility to make all the moves they wanted to. Now they have that utility, less of an excuse.
Jimmy's going to have his hands full. Utility coming at him. Yeah, they pop that smoke open. Jimmy's good to go. Torji, can he recover the control of ramp? He'll bring one down, and then he uses that as a chance to escape. Big pickup. Stair has been good in these mid rounds in just getting that edge back. The moment MOUZ had a man advantage, it gets taken from him, and I love this reposition. I find Stair one of these guys who's so hard to keep track of. And that's such a cool dynamic to the Astralis T side when he's able to thrive in those moments. But speaking of keeping track of people, Stown has this crazy route up into heaven, gets found out.
Oh, that disengage is beautiful.
Brolin can't deal with it, or he's not supposed to, turns back. I mean, you would have had to hurt the player drop out of heaven until you had to worry about it.
I mean, the disengage is fantastic out of Stown. He doesn't need to win that duel. It's a spot where he could have taken it. MOUZ already have him scared.
Man, but to be honest, man, this CT side has been non-existent.
Yeah.
It was a pistol round for MOUZ and then a choke to convert it. Map 3 waits in the wings. It is Ancient needed, if not for Torji finding a 5v4, but you've got to give him credit. Astralis, they've been able to recover from early death. Of course, we've still got utility defensively for Brolin and Torji to also be offered up. Brolin just staring at this squeaky smoke, so you'd think that gun's not going anywhere.
I mean, it looks like the smoke just ruined all of Cadian's plans. They're
Frank
just going
goes
to go
a little
back
too
upstairs.
far. Incendiary in front of it. He cuts off the front runner. That's a bomb in the background. It's great damage offered up by Stown. They try to open up that squeaky smoke. Here comes Cadian, and that's going to get caught by Brolin. A third!
Wow.
But all the while, we've got Stown downstairs, but it's all good. Jimmy, cold as ice, sits on top of site. 5 alive for MOUZ. And those are the sorts of rounds that they will have to piece together for the next 4 to push overtime for a second map in a row.
That's a great round for MOUZ. Their first rifle of
Fast
the map
challenge, here we go, Mac 10 to the front. Spinks turns. It's a lethal mistake, a wraparound for bomb site. Xertion's at least able to bring one with him. But we've got Torji smoked off. Heaven challenge from Jimmy. He's gonna got the clutch. He's got a bit of damage on Squeaky, but it's a bust. MOUZ falter as Astralis peel off on a T side. MOUZ, who looked solid in the first half, had pistol in their back pocket and allowed Astralis back into this game, back into a semi. Ancient separates them from grand finals. Well, it's been a long time coming.
Was that even a LAN?
It was.
Wow.
The only thing is he was in the Ninjas jersey. Frag grenade for Xertion.
Right.
He's gonna get killed quickly. It's a chance to get it going. Spinks challenged over from Donut. It's a team kill? What? Somehow Device ends up shooting Jabby in the back of the head. That opens up the door for MOUZ to flood out. And it's MOUZ to take a second pistol in this series.
Okay. Really thorough rounds and defaults, and I think we're intimidated by the fact that it was FaZe, but that was a while ago. And teams have improved exponentially over the last week.
I think we could be watching Xertion really just become a beast as this one goes on. We'll see if he gets unleashed out through middle as another challenge comes at him inside a Donut. Pressure's up with the Deagle. You know, they were hunting for that bomb plant, but now Jabby's feeling pressure. Stown's turned around the D. Oh! Tech9 on smoke! Now it's a 2 versus 1. Jabby's grabbed an M4. MOUZ can't afford this again!
No!
Just like back on Nuke! Pistols mean nothing!
Pistols mean nothing.
When the force of Astralis comes through. They'll have to rebound. They'll have to tap into the potential we've seen. 5-7 out for Brolin. Oh, come on. Pistols go both ways. You know, if Astralis want to take the gloves off and fight fast, that opens up a world where MOUZ can unleash. But it's a man advantage established as they come up from that ramp.
Yes, it is. Bomb planted. Stair will get the reload out.
I don't know, man. There's an electricity here. I feel like the tempo of this third map could get quick. And we'll see who can thrive in that kind of an energetic scene. We saw that Cadian pop-off happen when they win map 2. Trying to convince Cluj that Astralis is their team.
I definitely want to see a lot of confidence calls from Astralis, and that's like very simple. B takes. I want to see them try to bust out middle. I think right now they've shown that they can keep up on the firepower. Both teams have spots, entire halves, where they look off, and then they totally change that story in the second half.
Yes.
Astralis once again looking to bust down mid as well as take A control, excuse me. Jimmy stops him for the moment.
Jimmy can be such a frisky A main player. Sometimes it's hard to keep him under wraps, and I think this round a prime example of it. Already deep peek in with an opening kill. He sticks around a bit, frees up Brolin to go rotating over to try to add defense to a bomb site that looks incredibly compromised. I mean, we can hear the wall bangs coming out. We can see Spinks trying to scramble for control. His rotation's been smoked off, so Spinks on full display here, almost getting a second frag. Xerxon activates, and then suddenly, caught on the side of smoke, Device is able to peel Brolin off the moment. Now, Xerxon didn't waste his chance to compromise the Cade. Jabby, come on! He doesn't get a clean opportunity, wants a little more, and that is going to be MOUZ to rebound in round 5.
It was just a centimeter from like just a perfect shot, and I think he would have taken it if it was clear. But yeah, his head was just right halfway around the corner. The teaser coming in from Cave to clear it out. If he gets a kill alone, that's enough with the amount of other players that are around.
Fast one out from middle. Stair lucky to be alive. I mean, blind and spraying awkwardly.
They all were.
He's got a teammate with him, that's true. Just the entire clash.
Look at the A side, it's already taken.
Kind of made ugly. We'll see if Brolin can take over middle so that Torji can turn around. There was a world where he was able to stop Jabby from getting up into Temple. Now that is no longer the case, and it looks like a mid play is a little more drawing for him. Torji, oof, missed it twice, right? That player crossing over to Temple. Doesn't look like a, there it is, a little shoulder spotted. But
this is wild because Stair's going over to B. You see, like, how can you be ready for this?
I tried to make that point back on Nuke where, like, Stair, you just lose track of the guy.
Yeah,
and
true.
On a map like an Ancient, dude, this guy's just out in the jungles.
No, that's such a good way to characterize it.
Swimming through the mud, sitting on 1 HP, 3 kills this round. And this is going to be critical economic damage that he's able to rack up versus a MOUZ that had a chance at early CT success.
That was so presumptuous because you had MOUZ who were actually in a position to try to retake. Stair was so far out, but...
Tonight, it's about a chance at grand finals. And Astralis making the most of it. Early days on this T side, flashed it. Cowering in the corner here is Katie, and Nade drops him down to 40. Stair could get fast. Oh, they line up, but it's just damage. Good enough. Spinks clears 2 and a third.
Oh, what a hold.
Able to stop everything now just to the sidearm. USP with it.
What a monster.
If there is one thing that MOUZ were supposed to have with Spinks inclusion, it's the firepower.
Man, that should have been a play.
And that pile of corpses, his.
That USP as good as an op. Cadian is just left wandering. This should have been a site that they could plant on. Cadian coming in to make things strange. Maybe could have turned it into a lurk. Instead, it's just an incredible hold from Spinks while his 2 teammates died in the back of the site.
Welcomes the wall bang. Xerxon drops him. But he just kind of makes that move before Astralis are truly in position.
The only molly on the side of the CTs is over on A.
Device is going to offer up 2 smoke grenades. That's going to block off both lanes of this B site. Brolin's going to be key inside of Cave. Trade found immediately, and there's no additional damage done. So I think Astralis content with this. Spinks at bat again! Locks down 2 kills. Bomb in the dirt. Off, opened up.
Wow.
And MOUZ are going to swarm onto an Astralis that tiptoed their way into their graves.
Wow, there's no need to overanalyze these past couple of rounds out of Spinks.
Throw a wrench in the works, maybe. Smoked off won't help, but okay, go for the boost. Maybe he finds this player trying to...
Hey, where'd my chair go?
Luckily, he's got another teammate to stand on. Ooh. Device using this as an invitation to try to find different angles, different positions. And right now, CT is doing an excellent job of dodging him, but that does allow him to get ever closer, and that means the pistols are going to follow him up this ramp. Again, at a moment's notice, CTs could swing and everybody could die here, but Device finds that one critical first shot. Jim back gets the wall bang, dies right after, and that op changes hands. Now Stair has it, and Cadian's got the deagle up to try to give cover. Again, comfortable for MOUZ, but this looks doable. If not for Brolin, who brings it back, surely not with just the deagle. Stair's got the cover, but they're able to swarm back around it. MOUZ tie this game at 5.
Hey, Astralis always make it scary with these pistols sometimes, and it's a good opener from Device as well. To the bars.
Ooh. into middle. Oh.
Oh!
No, that one, of all the rounds Astralis have given us on this D side, that one not so pretty.
Well, maybe that's why they haven't been trying middle.
To be fair, I feel like MOUZ have leaned back slightly in comparison to this round. They thought maybe they'd get through that elbow smoke. They end up looking foolish. And I mean, a 2v5? Never, right? Stown able to get up from top ramp. He's got the bomb on his back, but blindsided. And now that's total control of round 11 here for MOUZ. So again, it's a half that could have started stronger if they were able to convert their pistol.
Like if they could go again for the straight sight hit in the beginning of the rounds, if they full commit, but the rotation's back without mid control, I don't know. Here comes the A hit.
Gonna fall back, drops the utility. He hears Stare stomping towards him. Smoke and Donut makes it weird, but the Opera rotates over. Nice line from Torji.
Oh.
We've got an opening attempt at the B side, but there's no bomb behind this. Sure, you kill Brolin, but what does that draw back?
Wait, this is kind of wild. I mean, this is a full commit with these two rifles while the pistols are on the other side of the map with a bomb. I mean, this will at least elicit a bomb plant.
Yeah, it's kind of working.
Yeah.
You'd think that Jabby is never really going to get a chance to get all the way back over, but
the CTs are still retaking B, guys.
Nobody has noticed. Now they have. They're starting to double back.
Oh, Katie, don't. If he throws them all.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Jabby actually still able to offer some kind of helping hand. And they're going to go. They're already running past Donut.
They don't even see the shadow.
We've got that gun back sight and device. He's got to offer a distraction. Cadian's able to hit the back of the head. What more can he do here? His teammate needs him. Device was trying to buy time. There's a frag for the diffuser. There's damage on Zershin. He's still got 48 health, and he's on the diffusal. They've got that.
Okay.
MOUZ able to recover a half after Astralis posted 5 quickly.
Maybe if Cadian took the fight on the first one.
You know, my one concern is Cadian was being praised by the analysts coming in and showing good performances in the semifinals. He's sitting 6-12. How clean's that USP gonna look? Not so much. That's him to drop the kit inside of the smoke. And of course, with the T-smoke down at his feet, it's going to be a difficult retake for them to try to push through. Look at the way MOUZ have leaned forward onto this retake attempt. They're still just going to try to burst their way through, but they're met by another smoke. And Astralis never even given a chance at this retake. Again, you've got the kit. If you really want to push, they're going to try their chances, but they are just met by resistance. The T's are up in their face, and this is MOUZ to win both pistols on the deciding map of this series.
Okay.
Torji helps as Zershin sends their head spinning.
Welcome to FaZe.
I mean, the pieces are in the right position. Astralis, they're getting their defense into the stack. A flashbang into Cave could be disastrous here for MOUZ.
Jimmy's playing anti.
Oh, Stown misses the first shot. Deagle on the doorway. MP9 behind him. Device, do you swing all the way in? He'll go trying to jump forward.
No commitment from Cadian.
Looks a little awkward. Spinks comes up from ramp. He'll find one while jumping, and they do indeed vacate this bomb site of Astralis players. There's a challenge put forth, but it's MOUZ on 9. And it didn't feel like coming into the playoffs, this was gonna be their chance. But seizing the day yesterday versus MongolZ, a massive win. Had a chance to do it versus MOUZ, but again, you've got to find some kind of an uptick because recently MOUZ are the more winning team. And on an individual level, they are tapping back into that. Jabby has disappeared, Cadian gone, Stown non-existent. The reason they were able to beat the MongolZ is because individually, Astralis started shooting back.
Oh man, Cadian's walking away. They're taking the A site. There's this window lurk. They didn't come back to take over middle control. At least Cadian gets a kill. Ah, that one's so important. That one is so important.
Cadian stuck between 3 separate fights, doesn't have tempo, doesn't have red room. His donut player and device is just holding off on middle. No fight for him to be into. And so it's a comfortable moment here for MOUZ early on the T side too.
Just for a moment though, Zershin has to play his cards right, and he does come out for the peak. Doesn't die, however. 4 HP.
Stare gonna try to join up with Cadian, and if you can dodge that red room fight, then there's still room for Astralis to pull this retake off. Bomb at the halfway point, Brolin peeks out, and Zershin ends up getting that kill to Donut. Stare, a bit of an X factor. He's got to go for the frag while that bomb burns. Zershin sees it coming.
Incredible.
Rips the head off, and Zershin putting forward a performance on a big stage. That is what MOUZ need. You understand what the MOUZ opening move would have been?
Yeah,
but do they really realize how many bodies are behind that boost? Because it wasn't just the offer and his one booster. Spinx is going to take some tag damage.
No, they don't know that.
Astralis are trying to get a bit more aggressive down in middle, trying to make a move of their own, getting active, but that's just going to put them on a silver platter.
Oh.
Spinx has been the difference.
He sniffed that out.
Xerxon with deep control into this A-bomb site. Astralis will come scrambling over as they have not been able to find a foothold throughout this critical third map. MOUZ with a late roster change, the most criticized move of the offseason, and they prove that